When people say passive income, that's just the capitalist way of saying you're going to make money without working. What is this? This guy explains the economics from a rich landlord's perspective.
All you need is a piece of paper, a pen, a calculator, a pack of Newports, and a lighter for a cigarette break. Okay, here we go. You find a building, it's 10 units. It's 100 grand a unit they're asking.
I gotta pee, I'll be back.
100 grand a unit times 10 units is $1 million. You go to the bank, you tell them you want to buy the building. You want to borrow 80%. The bank loans you $800,000 loan. 1 million from 800,000 is 200,000. That is your down payment. That's the structure of the deal, clean and simple. Let's say everything works out. You got a loan, you buy the building for $1 million, you owe the bank 800 grand, you put $200,000 out of your hard-earned savings and money your grandpa left you or wherever it came from, and then...
Where did it come from? Where did the money come from?
You have 10 apartments paying you $1,000 a month. That gives you a monthly income of $10,000 a month, $120,000 a year. It should be less, but taxes, property taxes, meaning insurance, some sort of maintenance, some sort of management, utilities, pay the lawn guy, maybe there's a pool there, I don't know. I'm way over estimating at half of your income will go to your expenses, just to play it safe. That's a very safe zone you're in right now. $5,000 a month out of your $10,000 a month, which is your expenses, which is $60,000 a year. That's gonna leave you the other half, $5,000, and another 60 is what you call your NOI, net operating income. But there's one person we can't forget. The bank wants their interest on their money. They make their living off of that 4%. You owe the bank $800,000 on that $1 million purchase. $800,000 at 4% equals 8 times 4, 32. You don't need a friggin' 6th grade education to know that one, because I never went past the 6th grade. 8 times 4 is 32. $32,000 a year in interest. You're left with $5,000 a month or $60,000 a year. 32,000, now I need a calculator, divided by 12, you're gonna pay the bank every single month, $2,666 in interest only. I don't like 666, even though I don't believe in a devil. Let's say, round it up to 2,700. Out of your $5,000 a month, you collect.
I like that. But like, how did you pay the down payment? Also, everybody who will be like, this guy's based or whatever, or people that look to like landlords, or look up to landlords, the only difference between me and a fucking dude like this, is that I'm at least telling you the main component of this conversation is a $200,000 down payment. That's a big deal. That's a lot of money. Okay. That's the difference. The first step is what is stopping people from actually doing this. So the down payment came from his inheritance that his grandpa gave him. Oh, okay.
You're going to make a monthly payment to the bank of $2,700. Out of $60,000 a year, you're going to pay the bank, it's $32,000. $5,000 a month minus $2,700. You're left with $2,300 a month, or annually $28,000 a year. A month, a year. Yeah, I'll even give you an
The other part of the problem is that the system is designed in a way where the budget shortfall, if you're not over a certain level of intergenerational wealth, is built into your existence. That's why all those like Bloomberg.com articles that describe like, here is how a normal 30-year-old budgets their existence or whatever with $100,000 is fucking crazy, right? You don't have this kind of, you don't have any money left to, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have no money left to put aside. So you can inevitably have a down payment of $200,000 or fuck $200,000, like $100,000. Okay, that's the issue. And the system is designed in a place. The system is designed in a way that you never have that level, because all of the extra money that you normally could maybe put aside goes back to your fucking rent. Because rent keeps going up. So anyone that turns around and says, I'm like Kim Kardashian for recognizing this reality is unironically the Kim Kardashian themselves. Which is why it's so strange. It's like people fucking being like, dude, you don't understand. High taxes on the wealthy actually hurt the working class. Like, in fucking Heritage Foundation talking points in my chat.
An R there, and I'll give you an O there. All this for a $200,000 investment. Typically, a $200,000 investment, you'd be hitting a home run with any brokerage or anywhere if you got 10%, which is unheard of. That would give you only $20,000 a year. You're getting $28,000 a year. So $28,000 on a $200,000 investment. Multiply that by, I'd say, it's not 10, it's going to be about 14%. 28 on the nose. You're going to get
the calculator for that. This guy's awesome, I think. I think it's a bit.
A 14% return on your money, baby. And the beauty of it, too, is, and please consult your CPA, that income, by the time you write off all your expenses and you write off the interest on your mortgage, and you depreciate what's left over, all your tax will be deferred until you sell the property. And if you 1031, it even keeps getting deferred. So that's real estate on a small average commercial deal of 10 units in a nutshell. Do it. Go find an agent, go find a broker, go find a bank.
Okay, but like, who has $200,000 laying around to do that? What is going on, dude? What the fuck? The main problem is the $200,000 to get to, so you can do that. And then you also have to, you know, completely cast aside any sort of like ethical points of view that you might have to be able to operate a slum, be a slumlord, basically. Why spend $200K to make $28K a year? Just go work at literally almost anywhere and make that much? Well, the difference is you're not working, and that's kind of what he's admitting. When people say passive income, that's just the capitalist way of saying you're going to make money without working, okay? But when anyone points that out, you're like, whoa, hold on, dude, what the fuck? That's bullshit. That's a hard job. But ultimately, that is what passive income is. It's working without working. But when I tell you the terms that you learn in your fucking finance textbooks or your econ textbooks, and what they actually mean, motherfuckers start yelling at me. Ironically, the number one capitalism simp is Karl Marx. People love yelling about Karl Marx and saying like he got everything wrong. He's a communist. What a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. But like, he was literally a capitalism simp. He wrote a whole book about it, dude. There's no way to simp harder about capitalism than writing a fucking book about capitalism. Okay?
Bank, I don't care. If you got 200 grand laying around or you can scrape up, go find a deal. Make sure the units rent for at least $1,000 a month. Buy 10 of them. Check your expenses. Make sure they don't exceed half of the rental income, and go buy the deal now. And once you get that one under your belt, you buy another one. And as rents go up, your income goes up. And always maintain your property, because a good landlord always gets his rent. Is the rent determined according to a percentage of the tenant's annual income? Well, in the open market, the rule of thumb is do not rent to a tenant unless they have a minimum of 2.5 times the rent in income to 3. If a person makes $1,500 a month, don't rent them an apartment for less than. Person comes in.
I think at this point he's flexing. Like, he's literally flexing that he does not know how to do basic math. I think that's why he keeps busting out the calculator for
In the
this.
office who says, I want to rent an apartment. If the rent is $750 a month times 2.5, that means they have to make $1,875 a month.
Also, where is the... I mean, this is from 2019, so, you know... I was going to say $750 a month in rent. God damn. God damn, brother. What urban city has that now? You know, that's like Oklahoma, maybe, if you're in OKC. Yeah, I love living in a rental unit where I pay $750 a month. I live in North Dakota. I live in a studio in North Dakota.
Minimum to be able to afford the rent. And you better be careful because that's really a slim margin there. Typically, if you rent a place for $750 a month, you want to see the person make 3 times the rent. So they should have a monthly income of $2,250. That's pretty the norm. But, you know, you want to be nice and you think the person has good credit and a good history and you can trust them, you can go down to 2.5. When I was desperate, back 20 years ago, when I couldn't find any tenants, I used to rent to people where half their income in California went to rent. But I was desperate, and a lot of times I was sorry I did it because I couldn't afford it. So 2.5 to 3 times the rent in income. That's basically it. Now,
I don't want to know what the fuck he did. I mean, you know, he evicted a fuckload of families. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, yeah, they were desperate. I had to evict so many motherfuckers, dude.